To draw your Flint corn, first start by writing your name on the back of your paper with a pencil. Don't forget to write your class code with the letter of your art group as well. Then you can flip it over and you can follow the directions to draw your corn. First, we're going to start by drawing the basic cob shape. I'm going to start with a curved line on the top, and I'm drawing this about a hand's width down from the top of my paper. And then I'm going to stop about a finger's width above the bottom of my paper. Then I'm going to draw two slightly curved lines that go in to connect to that dot. After, you can draw some curved lines that connect with a point for the husk. The husks are kind of like leaf shapes on the corn. Some of them could come down and fall around the top of the cob shape, and then some of them can stick up. There's not really a right or wrong way to draw them, just as long as you have some at the top of your cob shape. Remember to keep your lines a little bit wavy and curvy. You can add some more husk in between the others to fill in the shapes. After the husk, we're going to draw some sections to draw the kernels on our corn. The kernels are the little colorful parts of the corn. You can draw about 3 to 5 vertical lines down the cob part of your corn. I'm using a ruler to draw a very light line with pencil. These are just going to be guides for me, and I'm going to draw the kernel shapes in between the lines. Notice I'm drawing most of this with a Sharpie. You should draw yours all with a pencil first and then outline with a Sharpie. I'm drawing mine with a Sharpie so that it shows up nicely on camera. But I didn't draw these lines in Sharpie because I don't really want to outline them yet. Next, I'm going to make a grid for my kernels, and notice that I'm drawing a slightly curved line to give the illusion that the cob of the corn is rounded like it would be in real life. So my line slightly goes up and arches just a little bit. Now I'm going to use my Sharpie to fill it with some rounded shapes, kind of like round squares. That's why I didn't want to outline the grid shape at first, because I wanted these to look more realistic and rounded. So I'm just drawing these in the sections that I created with the grid. I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest. Another thing that you can add is lines on the husk for texture. I'm just drawing some lines that follow the shape of the husk. Once you draw everything with pencil, then you can go ahead and outline with a Sharpie. Once you've outlined with Sharpie, you can take an eraser and erase any extra pencil lines that are showing through your outline. Next, we can add color to our Flint corn. I'm going to use crayons, but you could use something like markers or colored pencils as well. I'm choosing some different shades of orange, some yellows, some browns to make mine look realistic. We can work on blending colors by layering our colors a little bit. You could do this with crayons or colored pencils. When I'm coloring in the husk, I'm using this tan color towards the bottom, and then I'm going to layer the yellow on top. That way it looks like the husk get lighter at the top. When you're adding color to the kernels, you want to color them one by one and kind of scatter the colors around your cob. So this red shade, I'm coloring in a few at a time. I'm not placing them right next to each other. I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest of my corn with color. So I'm all finished coloring in my Flint corn. I hope you had fun learning how to draw a Flint corn and using different shapes and lines to make it look realistic, as well as a variety of colors. Happy Thanksgiving!